Hey there, welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, we are doing something that I said I would do a while back but didn't end up doing. So I am finally going to be doing a colored plan with me spread in my what do we call this? In my Hobonichi Weeks. So for this particular colored spread, I decided I am going to base it around this particular empty washi that I have, and it's basically pineapples on a pinkish background. So without much further ado, let's get started with this. So nothing too fancy with how I do this, so I just need a pen. So and I'm going to do my usual division of what do we call this, of columns and all that. So I'm going to give myself a column here for health notes. As usual, nothing new there, right? And then so it goes health notes, what do you call this? Health notes, appointments and stuff, meals, and then blank space. So first up, I am going to replicate this over on the other side. So I don't need a lot of washi for this, but I do need about 4 lines clearance. So I'm going to use this to block off the space. Right. And now that this is blocked off, I can roughly estimate that I need to put this around here. So normally what I would do is that I would do all the writing for the tracker before I put on tape, but because I haven't decided what color ink would best suit, I thought I would put on tape first and then decide from there. So I have a couple of pens out that are contenders basically, and I haven't decided which to use yet. It's annoying. Tearing tape is harder than I thought it would be. Right, so this tape, I usually use this to break up the space between my tracker and my to-dos, and then this is the rest of it. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of scrap paper basically, and then I am just going to see what the colors in these pens. So this is okay, so this is our Apache Sunset. See, the problem with having too many fountain pens is that sometimes you can't remember what you put into this. This I think is, yep, this is Sailor 208, 280 I mean. And this should be, yep, right here. And I also have this glitter ink here, which I'm a bit hesitant to use, but this is a Golden Barrel. So these are kind of my options. I don't really have a nice pink ink, so I can't use that unless I have a pink gel pen. Let me see. Nope, no I don't. Unfortunately, I do not have a pink gel pen. Alright, so I think I am going to skip using Urahiro because it's just a really thick nib and I don't want to touch that. I might use it for headers, then but Golden Barrel also looks very nice as a header, so I'm kind of torn. Maybe both? But in any case, for day to day, I think that I will use Sailor 280 because it's finer and dries faster and more legible. So that's the one I'm going with. Alright. So with that out of the way, I am going to go about listing out all this stuff. I generally prefer a more neutral color when I'm writing in bulk, I guess. So that is something that I am also taking into account here. But I think that for the tracker, I am going to switch over to a brighter color, just for the details. So Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, and then we have my journal, my medication, and honestly the thing that I'm trying to do more of, morning yoga. I really need to try to wake up more, like earlier. Alright, so to balance this out, I'm going to take a green marker and just okay, this is darker than I thought it would be. No harm. I can just do this. That kind of it's smudged. Oh well, it's fine. So the green that I used is the Tombow 158, just in case you're curious. So it's definitely darker than I expected, but nothing I can't. Actually, I don't hate it. I think it fits the whole pineapple-y vibe pretty well, so no complaints there from me. Next, I'm gonna do headers and stuff. So I think I'm gonna end up using the Orhairo for headers actually. So I'm going to just do a quick. And then here I'm gonna put down, what am I gonna put down? Okay, and then stickers, of course. I am gonna use a pink sticker for work, just to balance this out a bit. I mean, of course. And then also I want to start tracking my socials again. So I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna use the pink one, so that is the one on top. I know it doesn't really pick up really clearly, or at least it doesn't look like it's picked up really clearly, but they are subtly different. So there's the grey, there's the blue, there's the pink, and depending on which one I'm using, which one I'm in the mood for, I use the corresponding one. So for this case, I'm going to use the pink one. So part of the other reason why I didn't want to use Apache Sunset as the main color was because Apache tends to take quite some time to dry on Tomoe River, and I don't like longer dry times if I am out on the go. So that is also something that I took into account when I was choosing ink colors. Alright, so in terms of appointments, nothing big this week, just that I have work and more work. So just 9 to 4 work as usual, and then same thing here. And one more day here. And then I will do the usual where I mark off with the color coding, And I also plan on attending yoga on the 16th to be further tortured. Right, so that is at 7:30 at night. So that is one more thing. Then in terms of my work stuff, I think I will fill that out later in the week, especially for work stuff when I get back to office. So I will fill that out later. So in the meantime, this is about it. So that is roughly the rest of the week. Oh wait, I forgot one thing. Where is my blue marker? So I'm gonna mark down this video in here as well because it's supposed to be done by Saturday. That's the goal anyway. So and then under mine, well, I guess first thing under mine would be to film this. And everything else can come later. So that's about it for now. I will update this as probably tomorrow as the week goes by, and we'll go from there. So until next time, bye. Good morning. It is about, I think, 9 on Monday morning, and I am filming this in the office before anybody gets in. It's a little bit iffy. I am using a new camera setup situation, so I'm sorry if things are not exactly in focus. In any case, I'm just here now setting up my weekly in focus task list, I suppose. So I'm referencing stuff from last week, and then stuff from also my, what do you call it, my monthly focus list in front. I'm trying to pull stuff from there in for what's under the mine list. And then for work, I mostly get that from previous week's work, or messages and emails from messages and stuff from the boss. So that is something else altogether. Nothing too fancy this week. I think it's just a lot of production, and in order to make myself feel a little bit more accomplished, I am going to keep a running tally of how many things I've produced, so to speak. Otherwise it gets a bit monotonous, because it's just every day I just check off I have made stuff, which is kind of boring. And then besides that, I do also have to update my day specific tasks. So today I do need to do a grocery run after work if everything goes well. I have my grocery list in my other everyday carry planner. And then I also need to update my health notes, because I am due to see the Chinese doctor at the end of the week. So I do need to kind of keep up with this thing so that I am not basically a mess. So that's about it for updating this today. I'm going to start work now, and I will probably come back and update this later in the day, or maybe tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow, my pattern. Right, so I will catch you later. Bye. Good morning yet again. It is now Tuesday, and I am just really quickly updating my planner once again before I start work proper. So I'm adding a couple of things to my to-do list. So on the work end, I have a few other tasks that roll in. One of them is office housekeeping, which is something my colleague and I decided to do. And you may notice here that my health notes are a bit more scribbly than they were yesterday. It's because did later in the night yesterday. I didn't have the time or energy to kind of like turn on the camera, but I did want to fill it in a bit. So this bitterish thing that you see here is it's a very weird thing that I have been told to look out for. It's like I had to check whether I taste something bitter at the back of my throat in the morning, and I'm like, is there any way that your mouth does not taste bad in the morning? Like, does anybody magically wake up without, your mouth tasting bad? I'm not sure, but yeah, it's something that I do have to take note of. Maybe magically, I will get rid of that. We'll see. But in any case, I picked up some onigiri yesterday during the grocery run, so I basically am home free in that sense because I have my lunch settled today, and that means that I'll be in the office the whole day and it's time to get down to work. Hello, good morning again. So this is now Wednesday morning, and I feel like this video is going to be just me saying good morning every morning at this rate. But yeah, it seems like it's a pattern that I may want to break in the future, because I basically wake up just in time to get to work, and then I do my filming in the office like just for a quick bit before getting down to business, so to speak. I did get some officey stuff done yesterday. In that case, I didn't manage to do the grocery run because it was raining quite badly, and I was trying to avoid the rain, so I stayed in the office till a bit later than usual. And then, well, let me try and remember what else there was. Alright, I also crashed like really weirdly once I got home. Like, I slept from like 10 p.m. to like 1 a.m, which was really, really weird. And then after that I couldn't sleep, so I really need to stop doing things like that. It's kind of dreadful. And then today, as usual, bitterish, snack stomach cramps, and stuff like that, all that good stuff. I do have a couple of things that I need to add to the planner today though, for further down the week. So I need to make an appointment to see the Chinese doctor. Rather, I need to nag my husband to make the appointment because I'm really bad at speaking on the phone, and even more so when I have to speak in Chinese. It's extremely stressful. I also need to pick up some things from IKEA for the office, so I think I will do that on Friday, probably. Yeah, because I might want to take a break on Thursday, just sleep in and then do an out of the house kind of thing on Friday. We'll see. And then on Saturday, I'll go see the doctor, and then we'll go from there. I did have an idea of something that I wanted to try out for the office though, and I'm just going to sketch it in here real quick with under work with like some fountain pens. Basically, we have been brainstorming how to get shelves so that we could stack certain things up, and we've been looking everywhere, like Shopee, Lazada, Taobao, Muji, IKEA, basically everywhere, and it's either you pay an arm or a leg and it doesn't fit, or well, we haven't managed to find things. So right now I'm thinking of basically buying sheets of acrylic and kind of like gluing together our own little like shelf thing, because it's not for something that's super heavy. So I am just gonna sketch it out roughly here with in color, just for fun, just so that I'll remember my idea later on. Originally I wanted to build this like a H with like multiple what do you call those, crossbars, but then there's the chance that if the glue on the crossbars gives way. Whatever is below will get squished, and that it would be very, very bad. So we're basically building little pie, like little pie-ish kind of shapes, you know, like the math symbol pie. Yeah, kind of like pie-ish, table-ish kind of shapes instead. And yeah, probably give it a shot or something. Hey there, it is now shockingly Friday evening. I am obviously filming this at home, not in the office anymore. Yeah, I haven't touched my planner since basically since I was in the office on Wednesday morning. It's just been a really messy kind of situation. So yesterday I actually ended up going for lunch at IKEA with my sister. So because I was at IKEA Tampines, I actually did the whole IKEA run thing for the office on then I also went to get groceries at Giant, which was like next door. It's kind of like what I call like the holy triangle kind of thing of like big stores, because you have IKEA and then like Courts and Giant. I don't really go to Courts because that's more like home appliances and stuff that you don't really frequent regularly, but IKEA and Giant are basically great places to be, kinda, sorta. Anyway, so in terms of appointments, I think I will drop off the IKEA stuff in the office on Saturday after, or before my Chinese medicine appointment, because it's about in the same area. And then Sunday is going to be kind of a busy day because we got to go collect cake, and then I want to go and buy acrylic on Sunday because we'll be out in town anyway, and there'll be the car for that. And I also need to submit names for what's that called, for the class that I'm taking starting next week. But before I write that down, just let me clean up my tracker a bit. As you can see, my tracker is kind of sad, and I also need to update all my food trackers and my my health notes, and it's kind of bare, but bear with me. I think I can remember what I ate. I think I hope. Alright, so my spread does look a little sad, so I'm gonna try and like put in some stickers. So first I'm gonna use this, I think it's a coffee date, emoji sticker thing to mark going for lunch with my sister. It's not quite a coffee date, but we kind of ate and chatted, so I'm gonna use that there. So that does brighten up the space a bit. Then I think I am going to take let's see what fits. I think I'm going to take a emoji sticker to mark my sleepiness today. No, I don't think so. I think I will use it on the day that I crash, on Tuesday instead, because I think that's more appropriate. And for today I did spend quite a fair amount of time just doing a lot of reading, so I'm gonna see if I can find an emoji for that. I'm sure there's one, probably in the anniversary samples, because I don't think I bought a sheet of nothing but reading emojis. Maybe that should go on my list next. I do want to read more. Right, so there's this little fella here, under blanket reading a book. Not exactly what I do, but close enough. So I'm just gonna stuff it over here, and then with that I think I'm done with decorating. So that is a colored spread in my Hobonichi Weeks. I hope it has given you some ideas, and I hope you enjoyed this. I will catch you next time.